welcome back, boys and girls. It's your main math man, Mitch Schenk, coming to you live from Walker Grant Middle School. In this video, we're working on that Wicked Wednesday warm-up for number 22. And it says to solve the following equation. And it has 4 times the quantity, x plus 1 plus 2x equals 22. And anytime you see that equal sign, you know to write your 3 letters that guides you through what steps we need. So again, DCM, what does that mean? That means to distribute. Again, just like the expression combine like terms. And we can have this be the multiplicative inverse. That's just saying inverse. Again, make sure you're doing these steps first. So again, distribute, combine like terms, manipulate the variable. So again, anytime I have those parentheses, it means multiply. So I can do our distributive property first. Again, I write the term on the outside like so. The inside terms up top. So I have a positive 1x plus 1. Make sure I write the products inside the box. So I say 4 times positive 1x is positive 4x. So positive 4x. Then I have a 4 times positive 1 is going to be positive 4. So I have plus 4. And again, make sure you can write those down below. So now that we have a product, instead of having the parentheses, I'm going to have this expression. I'm going to say 4x plus 4, and then everything else stays the same. So I have to bring down that 2x, and I have that equals 22. Now that we just use the distributive property, we can cross that out. And so now we need to combine like terms. You want to make sure that you can combine like terms on the same side first. That way it keeps it simple. So again, I have a, let's make sure this is a positive 4x, and a positive 2x. Combine those two together to get 6x. Everything else stays the same, so I have a plus 4 equals 22. Now we're back to those simple 2-step equations where we are getting the variables on one side, which we have, and we want to get these constants to the other side. And how do we do that? Well, we need to get those, we need to apply those inverse operations. So again, it's still combining like terms, but I need to get rid of this 4. So again, make sure you can draw your railroad tracks, training wheels, whatever you want to call them. And we're saying whatever we do to one side, I have to do the other. So I'm going to say, all right, how do I get rid of this 4? Well, I would add the opposite. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Since I subtracted 4 on the left, those cancel out, and the 6x comes down. So I have a positive 6. I need to write that correctly. I have a positive 6x. The equal sign comes down, and I have 22 minus 4 is 18. So again, make sure you're seeing where we're at. So 1-step equation, because we have all of our variable terms on the left and all of our constants on the right, make sure you can see that this means multiply. So since we have 6 times x, we want to do the inverse, which is divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1x. So I have 1x is equal to, and then 3. To be able to check, I can substitute this back in to my original equation. So I can say it like this. I would say, all right, 4 times, instead of an x, I now have 3. So I have 3 plus 4. Let's try that again. It's 3 plus 1. And I have plus 2 times an x, which is 3. We're saying, is that equal to 22? Well, if I multiply, or if I calculate carefully, it should be correct. So I have, this is 4. Everything else stays the same. I have 2 times 3 is 6. I'm saying, is this equal to 22? I have 16 plus 6. Is that equal to 22? And yes, you guessed it, 22 is equal to 22. So we know we are good. Be sure you can always check your work using either back substitution, which is what we just did, or that Desmos calculator.